Okay, your stream will start shortly.
This con's off to a great start.
Okay, I think I'm live.
I think I'm about to go live. So you guys might be just a minute ahead of me if you want to just.
Okay, I think we're live now.
Yeah, we're live.
All right. Well, hello everybody. Oh, sorry, Matt. Do the intros.
Sounds like you're handling it pretty well.
No. Well, fine. Let me introduce you to the man behind the idea for At Home Comic-Con, Matt Draper.
Hi everyone, it's me, Matt. Thank you all for joining us today. Very excited to be starting the At Home Comic-Con with everyone. I'm killing a little bit of time because I don't think that my live stream has started yet, but but I want to thank you all for joining. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of little technical issues that we work out in this call every so often. You know, this is our first time doing an online convention for everyone, so we're going to work out some bugs. There might be a few different things that happen, but first and foremost, we're here to have fun and raise money for charity for COVID-19 relief. Hopefully in the descriptions of the videos, you will see a Tiltify link, and those links are going to go to a Hope from Home fundraiser. So Hope from Home is this really awesome fundraising event specifically for COVID-19, and it's going to 3 different charities. You may have already seen this in our trailer announcement video. It's the COVID-19 Solidarity Response from the United Nations Foundation, and that supports World Health Organization for global work for COVID-19 response. It's also supporting the United Way, and they are bringing together support for struggling families around the world who need access to food, shelter, and other sort of support as the pandemic has left a lot of people low on resources. And the final one that it'll be supporting is Red Nose Day, which is a campaign which is also specifically helping with child poverty and food needs, medicinal needs, shelter needs for children. So I hope that the funds we raise today will support them. They've already raised a lot of money, which is awesome because a lot of these people who are affected by it need help. So please donate at the Tiltify link for Hope from Home. And when you donate, you will be entered into a raffle. We are giving away a lot of awesome things today just to show some love, to encourage your donations. We are giving away a giveaway every panel, at the end of every panel. And as long as you donate any time in the day before that giveaway, you'll be entered in to win. And if you win one, you'll be taken out of the drawing for the rest of the day, but you will remain in the drawing for the rest of the giveaways all day. And so I'm going to run down a quick list of everything that we've got going on. So this morning we are giving away 2 things at once. Valiant Comics has been really awesome and has given us several things to sponsor us. And at the end of this panel, we are giving away the Valiant Comics Classic Digital Comic Book Collection, which collects everything that was published in the 90s from Valiant, and also an XO Manowar Rocks Box Nightlight that you can put on your desk or wherever. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. During the next panel, which is Strip Panel Naked, which starts at 8:15, the end of that, we're giving away XO Manowar #1 bronze variant. So the cover is bronze. There's only 250 made, and Valiant took one of those and gave it to us to give to you. So that'll be that panel starting at 8:15 on Strip Panel Naked. It's going to be a cool discussion with the team behind Quantum and Woody. And then at 9:30 this morning, or I'm doing Pacific time, so I'm sorry.
12:30 Eastern.
12:30 Eastern. Let's do that instead. Is the Nerd Sync Origins panel.
Yeah, the Real Origins panel.
Owen's going to be on that. And that will be giving away a $50 Amazon gift card and a 3-month Audible subscription. The next one after that, which is at 1:45, is the Heroes Against Humanity panel with Comicstorian. And that will have the Valiant Complete Modern Collection digital comic book collection given away and a Bloodshot Rocks Box Nightlight. After that, I'm losing track of the time here. What-
After that, it'll be 3 p.m. and that will be the Comic Academia Spotlight.
Yes. And during that, we'll be giving away a complete digital trade paperback of House of X, Powers of X through Comixology.
What more could anyone want? What a great book.
Quality
Fantastic.
titles.
Amazing. After that is our Superman: The Quest for the Good Game panel. And what time is that at? I'm pulling up my schedule right now.
The Superman Quest for the Good Game will start at 4:15 Eastern.
4:15 Eastern. Okay, perfect. And that we are giving away a $60 PlayStation 4 gift card and 2 digital comics that tie into upcoming or past superhero games. They are Marvel's Avengers Road to A-Day, which is about the upcoming Avengers game, and Marvel's Spider-Man City at War, which ties into the Spider-Man PlayStation 4 game.
And such a good book too.
I haven't read it.
It's
Maybe
really good.
I'm looking forward to eventually reading that myself. But whoever wins it, congratulations. I think that's going to be awesome. After that is 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Elseworlds Exchange, hosted by Comic Pop. And we're giving away $30 Comixology gift card, just a straight gift card. You can use it for whatever comic books you want. After that is 6:45 is the Batman, the animated series table read with Watchtower Database. And we're giving away 2 digital collections of the Batman Adventures comic book series from 1995, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And then the final one will be the Get Pitch Quick Scheme, which is the movie pitch with Nando V Movies. And that is at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will be giving away, right now, it's a $30 Amazon gift card. That may change a little bit. We're working out a final giveaway for that. But that's everything. So please donate to tiltify.com, which you will see in the descriptions. Don't do super chat. If you do super chat, that does not go to the donations. So just
And YouTube takes a cut too.
YouTube always takes a cut.
That's it. 100% of the money we'll be raising is going to go straight to all the charities. So the best way to support what we're doing on the stream and to support these amazing charities is to use the link in the description. Or I think the moderators are going to put it in the chat as well, sparingly, in case anyone wants it that way. So it will be available.
Perfect. And as long as the mods can just make sure that people know no super chats, straight donation. And then also, whenever you're donating through Tiltify, that's how we're going to be able to get your information for the giveaways as well. So if you want to be in the giveaways, you're going to want to be in the Tiltify. And we're going to want to get that thermometer bubble up. If we hit $10,000, which is our goal, I have agreed to shave off my beard. And it'll be the first time that I have seen my chin in about 10 years. And I'm not looking forward to it. But, you know, charity. Hell yeah.
We got to do these things. Just to, before we start this panel though, I just want to address a question someone's raised in the chat. To be entered in the giveaways, you can donate any amount of money. There's not a certain threshold. You can donate $1, anything, just whatever you can give. You know, it's all massively appreciated. And it's all going to a great cause. Any amount of money you donate to the Tiltify link, you will be entered into the raffle for any of these amazing prizes. But I think that's all the housekeeping.
Well, there is one small thing. So we do have a pretty general donation stuff in the alert box, which I want to say is over here. But we have set up a few comic book Easter eggs that are different from the standard stuff. And they are based on the years that certain characters came out. So if you want to activate some very specific little Easter egg notifications for everybody, that's a way to do it.
Wow, exciting.
Oh, and you said your giveaway, your Drake, what you'll be doing is turning your head into an egg. And then my giveaway incentive is if we hit it, I will do a request video from whoever comments in my announcement trailer.
Mhm.
Or if you want to donate and say specifically, CC, this is for Matt, I would request XYZ. At the moment, my video is going to be about Spawn. So
Woo!
please say something else.
So please, everyone get in that Tiltify link, donate, and say you want Matt to make a video about Spawn.
I blame Diego, who fantastic YouTuber. I'll be working with him later today for the Superman video game panel. That was his request. They had everyone thumbs up it.
All right, well, we're ready to start our first panel of the day.
Should we get on with the show? Should we introduce ourselves and our special guest?
Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know, we are the three coordinators of At Home Comic Con. Of course, Matt Draper has been talking for a good while. He is the man behind all of this. He made one dumb tweet, and it went viral in the ComicTube community.
And I was silly enough to retweet it and agree.
Mm-hmm.
That's Owen. He likes comics. I'm Comic Drake. I have the most punchable face in the world.
And it's going to get even more punchable.
Even worse. And introducing our guest for our first panel, it is Laron Reedus. There he is.
Yay!
Where am I?
We've summoned you.
How do I open PDF?
Well, hello everybody, and welcome out to the first panel. This is, I think I call it the Blackout Comic Chat. This panel has taken many forms. It was going to be a game show, and we had too many game shows. So the way this has worked out is that I have made a bunch of transparencies of comic book characters. I have made them into silhouettes. I'm going to show the silhouette of the character. Everybody is going to guess who it is. I'll reveal the answer. And then we'll just have like a nice little talk about comics based on what shows up.
Drake, are you having us play Who's That Pokemon at 10 o'clock in the morning?
We're playing Who's That Pokemon at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
7 o'clock for some of us.
9 o'clock for
That's
me.
true.
And then wherever Owen is.
It's 3 in the afternoon. I'm more than equipped for this.
All right, so let's go ahead and Who's That Pokemon? We're starting it off real easy.
I want to take the bait and say it's Ash Ketchum.
I think it might be Matt Draper.
I've never done that.
See, he just did it then.
Well, to be fair, this is there has been some recent news about this comic series. Very famous. It's a household name.
Okay, I think I have an idea.
And please
I
don't
also
look
have an idea.
And please don't look at the chat, guys.
Okay.
I'm not looking at the chat.
We are straight focused.
All right, so Owen,
Is that Scott Pilgrim?
Matt.
I think Owen's right. I gotta agree with Owen.
Laron?
It's Pikachu. No, it is. I also believe it is Scott Pilgrim.
You are correct. This is Scott Pilgrim. Okay.
I think Owen wins that one. I said Ash Ketchum.
I have never felt so accomplished in my life. This is the single greatest moment of my 20+ year career on this earth.
Wow.
Well, there has been talk that Michael Cera is interested in doing a Scott Pilgrim 2. I mean, it's this kind of talk happens all the time for many different things in general, but how do you guys feel about that? A Scott Pilgrim 2?
I'm going to refrain from talking too loudly about Scott Pilgrim just because we've got the Nerd Sync panel later.
Yeah.
If we start talking about Scott Pilgrim now, by the time Scott gets on here, we've planned an hour's worth of entertainment, and it's just going to devolve into Scott Pilgrim and Scooby-Doo. But I'm excited for it.
I mean, it's interesting because there's not any like more source material to work with. And yes, they did cut things for the movie, but I mean, it's not enough stuff to make a dedicated sequel.
Yeah, that was one of my critiques about the situation. Like, how, with, when, why, with what? It's like.
So what you're saying is that Michael Cera realized he hadn't been in a movie in 5 years and needed work.
Yes, he's running out of those Arrested Development checks.
Well, no one watched the later Netflix seasons, so he ain't making that much money.
I watched them.
It's interesting though.
Them.
So like Brian Lee O'Malley hasn't been making much new stuff. He's been working on a series that I've gotten into recently called Snot Girl. That
yes.
I mean, he makes it. They make a new issue like once every 5 months. It seems like at this point. I think there were like 3 issues last year.
Okay.
But I mean, while it is very like tonally similar to Scott Pilgrim, it is very different. And also, Michael Cera wouldn't really need to be in there because it's very female centric. But it's a phenomenal comic.
His production and release schedule is a lot better Still a lot better than Frank Miller's was with All-Star Batman and Robin, so I'll give him that much for sure.
Too soon, Laurent.
There's
I'm
no
not
such
ready to
thing.
talk about it yet.
Listen, every opportunity I have to talk shit about Frank Miller when he deserves it, I take advantage of it.
We all have one of those people in our lives.
Complicated relations. I have complicated relationships with Frank Miller.
Mhm.
Like, I'm like, dude, you're so cool. And then 1990 happens. And I'm like, never mind.
I lived you
Exactly.
between like 1983 and 1988.
But
Anything
is
before and
he
after.
legitimately okay though? Because he like, have you seen recent pictures of him? He looks very sickly.
Yeah, he has, from what I understand, he has had a rough couple of years. But
I
Yeah.
heard that he's been getting better from what he's been dealing with.
he's had a few books come out in the last few years, so you know.
I mean, I don't
hopefully-
like his recent comics, but I don't want anything bad to happen to the guy.
No, of course, that's
Oh
it.
yeah, of course.
He's also
Still-
moved past his holy terror phase.
Yeah. Ready for silhouette number 2?
Let's go.
All right. Who is that Pokemon?
Okay. So should we just shout the answers out when we get them, or
That would probably be smart. That way,
okay?
people.
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Arm Fall Off Lad. Arm Fall Off Boy.
Oh my god. Are you okay? Okay.
I'm gonna go with oh my god. You guys ever watch that cartoon in the 90s, Ultimate Muscle?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
I haven't, but I know what you're talking about.
It's a manga.
I'm gonna go with the Ultimate Muscle guy.
Jesus Christ. Both of y'all chose possible correct answers that are completely over my head until somebody reminded me, and
This is
I
where
don't know
Laurent-
who
this
else
is
it could
where-
be.
This is where Laurent's gonna be like, is it Spider-Man?
Is it Peter Parker?
Jigglypuff when viewed from above.
Yes.
Thank you, Dylan, for letting me steal your joke.
I'm going to press the pass button.
All right. Well, Owen has got it again. It is Arm Fall Off Boy.
My
Jesus
guy.
Christ!
You know,
son.
it's funny when trying to find sources for that one. I honestly thought that Arm Fall Off Boy was in more things. I didn't realize he was in like one issue of Legion of Superheroes and then showed up in the background of another,
Okay.
and then hasn't done much.
There are rumors that he might be one of the characters in James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
And that's why I wanted to bring him up for this
Which would
conversation.
be very on brand for a James Gunn Suicide Squad.
Absolutely.
So I was unaware that he was an actual character in Legion.
The character is a strong word.
Okay, because for a minute I thought you were referring to that one mutant in X-Men: The Last Stand who Wolverine just kept cutting off his arms.
I mean, that's not even a superpower. Anyone can lose a limb.
That's true.
He can get them back. Like you can put it back on. But like
But can he only regenerate his arms?
I'm pretty sure he puts the arm back on.
But he's only arm fall off boy. He's not arms fall off boy. So what happens if he loses the other arm?
Or his leg?
He uses the arm to as a club, but
It becomes a blunt weapon. Yeah.
He was rebooted in I want to say post Crisis, and he became Splitter, and so it was like body parts in general could be detached.
This is like Paste Pot Pete moving to becoming the Trapster.
Okay, y'all are reading the chat. People are saying that Owen is rifted. People are talking about Paste Pot Pete in the chat, and Matt just brings him up.
Synergy. This is the
I have nothing brought up. I have nothing. I am relying on nothing but my own mind, which is probably a bad idea.
Just Paste Pot Pete as a reference that you pull out of your ass. I mean,
I pull a lot of things out of my ass.
I only started. When did you start, Matt?
Well, it all happened when this quarantine began.
You know what? Same here. You know, you find out that you want to experiment. It's great.
We're gonna get shut down.
Well, I mean,
listen,
if you read the New York guidelines, they said you can't do a lot of that stuff, and it's tough. But yeah, so I mean, I'm excited for James Gunn's Suicide Squad. The first one was hot garbage, but it's an Academy Award-winning film, so it deserves our respect.
If Green Book doesn't deserve our respect, Suicide Squad doesn't deserve our respect.
Yikes. Well, I mean, there's also rumors that Nathan Fillion is going to be playing him.
Yeah, I can see it, considering like the stage onset pics I've seen of him in costume compared to that pic I just saw. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. But, you know, it's going to suck because, you know, I would want to make a history of Arm Fall Off Boy as a video, but there's not much to work with.
You mean a 2-minute video?
I mean, it could work. I mean, I can
Yeah.
I can pad out anything for that sweet watch time.
Right? Man.
Fair enough. You guys ready for the next one?
Sure.
All right, here we go. Who's that
Oh,
Pokemon?
fuck you. Oh, fuck you.
I know it.
It's Snowflake. It's fucking Snowflake. Jesus Christ.
Okay, that was the fastest one yet. Okay, yes, that is in fact Snowflake
I
of
can't.
the upcoming new Warriors.
The writer of this book is the same person who wrote Santa's Husband, and I'm so disappointed.
I haven't read that.
Because Santa's Husband is such a good children's book. It's such a good children's book.
What a blunder. Like, I'm glad that the anti-SJWs and the SJWs were united in something, and it's agreeing that
Man.
that the concept of Safe Space and Snowflake are hot garbage. Every time I talk about them, I always want to say Squarespace because they're just on my brain all the time with my sponsorships.
I was about to say careful. You don't want to ruin that sponsorship.
Yeah.
You are a better person than me, Drake, because it's like, man, you were like, this is a perfect. I want to vent and I want to make a video, and I was like, that's a good idea. I mean, I'm sure the views would be great.
Oh, the views were great. I won't deny that.
But who am I attracting?
And that is the problem. My comment section has been hot garbage for a while. And the worst part is because I use a lot of these tags to get into the algorithms of these people. Because if there's one thing that I've learned from that community, it's monetize your haters.
Yep.
And unfortunately, though, because I use the same tags, people watching my video are then recommended down the pipeline, and that's a real tragedy if you don't notice that. Yep.
I realized that when I made my Batwoman CW video. I realized that when I make anything involving Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, it's just how does Natalie from ContraPoints deal with all of this, like, on a regular basis?
I mean, you've seen how much she drinks in her videos.
Exactly.
Just don't read the comments.
And see, I want to not read the comments, but I love my community too much. I have read every comment I have ever gotten on any of my videos.
I get off by blocking people.
Oh, so I'll hide
I
comments,
must read
but I don't block people.
Oh no, fuck them.
Fair enough. Owen, Matt, you got anything to say about Snowflake? The first like major non-binary character in Marvel,
whose name is Snowflake.
It was a bad idea, and commenting on it further, it would be a bad idea.
Okay, fair. So we'll move on. I hope we're not just flying through my panel. Thankfully, I see. The thing is, this was only supposed to be one section of the overall game show, but when Matt, Owen, and I were talking in the staff chat, Owen's like, am I allowed to do a really bad British accent?
I guess we can't stop you.
You're muted.
Oh, I think Owen is frozen.
No, he's there. He's just muted.
Yeah.
I guess there's nobody to tell me no now.
Owen, you there? Oh yeah, you still muted.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. There you go.
Yeah, I'm back. No, don't do it. Fine, do it.
So Owen's like, well, this reminds me of 8 out of 10 Cats. You ever heard of that show? And I'm like, what the fuck is 8 out of 10 Cats? Well, it's like a show where they use statistics to facilitate conversation. It just ends into madness. And I tried watching it, and
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Have you ever fucking been to Britain?
I have never left America.
Okay, because I can tell.
Right, what's this thing?
What's this thing?
Oh, man. Blimey, that bird is rot fit.
I am chuffed with that analogy.
Okay. So here we go. Next one. Oh, I forgot to switch it over.
Right, who's this then?
Who's this then?
Judging by the way that the hair is, it's definitely someone that's got one of those 90s kind of like headdresses on.
I gotta go with no. That's some cool dude hair.
Okay, that narrows it down.
This is the Punisher or someone like the Punisher because they're shooting.
Yeah, but if it's someone who has 90s headdress, they're all
See?
shooting things in the 90s.
That's true.
I am not as familiar with this character as I would like, but I'm pretty sure they are from the 90s.
See, if I didn't know this was a comics con, I would
Would
say
I-
this
okay.
is Strider Helio. It's fine.
Oh, it does look like Strider, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my vote.
Okay.
I'm going for Grifter.
Ooh, good
Oh,
choice.
that's a good pick. I'll go with possibly them. Though he's too slim to be who I'm thinking. I'll just go with it. I'm going with Cable.
Aron?
I also think it's Grifter now that Matt mentions it. Also, there's no such thing as slimming down because they slimmed down Lobo for a minute in 52 in the new 52. I mean, I still hate him, but it was like this is okay, sure.
If you want to learn more about New 52 Lobo, make sure you check out the Elseworlds Exchange panel on the best superhero redesigns.
Hey,
It definitely won't be there.
Good job.
The whole time.
Good job, Owen. I like that. That was smooth.
Well, I can tell you guys in general that you're all wrong. This is Ninjak from Valiant Comics.
I
wanted to.
Oh, it's not a gun. It's a sword. So I was close with Strider.
You were really honestly. He looks a lot like Strider. When you said that, like, yeah, I realized that he looks very, very similar.
You know, it's funny because I should have known because like first year of my channel, I interviewed Jason David Frank, and most of what we talked about was him as Deadshot Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe. I should have realized that's who it was with the hair.
No excuse.
Man, Bloodshot. What a great movie, right?
Hey, I did actually want to put Ninjak in there to say thank you to our friends over at Valiant Comics who were supporting the stream before Laron just started crapping all over Bloodshot.
I wasn't crapping. I was legit saying that was a good movie.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. It just sounded like you were being sarcastic as hell.
Oh no. It's too early in the morning for me to be sarcastic.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, everything I've read of Valiant, I mean, not just because they're not really sponsoring, but because they're helping out. But like everything I've read of them, I haven't read as much as I'd like to admit, but I have liked everything I've read. You know, Quantum Woody is my favorite out of all of them. I loved Dead Drop. I've read Harbinger. I read a little bit of Faith, some Archer and Armstrong. Really quality stuff all around, at least from the reboot. Oh, and Rye. Rye, I feel like is never talked about enough when it comes to Valiant.
Yeah. Back when I was subscribed, back when Comic Bento used to be a thing, I had an entire like box of Valiant that they sent for 1 month, and I got Harbinger Wars, I got Faith. I just been reading up on those, and that Harbinger Wars graphic novel was like my first intro to the Valiant universe. So once it's an interesting starting off point because it gives you some characters that you never heard of, but it's in a way where they're interesting, and makes you want to read more. At the same time as it's a very interesting universe. Definitely not something that you can be. That it's definitely not for those of you who are expecting superheroes like as we know them right now. So yeah.
Yeah, my favorite character in Valiant is probably going to be Betamax. Are you guys familiar with him? The cyborg from the 80s, and he can't upgrade himself, otherwise he'll die.
Yeah.
And so he has like a projector screen and a fax machine. Oh, I love him so much.
So good.
All right, next up. Bada bing. Yeah, this is the game somebody said in the chat that really validates that a good character design can be figured out by a silhouette.
So is that
Are you
Some
saying that
derision.
Snowflake was a good character design? Matt?
Oh
Drake.
no. It's Snowflake is just relevant.
Okay.
That's how everybody knows. Ah,
I mean, this
See-
pose has been used so many times. It's just like it
Yeah.
could be anybody.
I'm kind of just drawn to the legs, honestly.
The 90s ass legs, yes.
Yeah.
it was
Like
hard
it's
because
so upper body.
this was a really hard game to make because like I ended up making like 3 cutouts of Iron Man, but like you couldn't tell because he just looked like a person.
Okay, is it
Let's-
Iron Man?
Oh,
Well,
I would love if Iron Man did the '90s X-Men thing where
Oh, please.
Yeah,
But it's not even hair, it's just wires.
I
oh,
did
Heroes
that.
Reborn Iron Man, yes.
Yeah. Or it's just like a solar panel.
Really,
That's my jam.
you guys got nothing for this.
I'm
I'm
gonna go-
gonna
No, go on.
Gambit.
I can see it.
No trench
I'm-
coat, but Gambit.
I'm
I
gonna
can
go.
see
I'm
it.
gonna make a weird one. I'm gonna go with Kid Flash.
Okay.
I could also. The way that leg is bent, though. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just.
I'm just picturing it's like, man, he's not being very aerodynamic with that janky ass leg right there. It could be either one of those. Jesus Christ.
Probably neither.
Or probably neither.
That is also
shit.
likely.
I'm going to say it is Iron Man, but superior because he did have
Yeah.
that. He did have the hair thing.
That's fair. I am disappointed at all of you guys. The chat is like, this is Drake, so it's either one of 2
Oh
things.
no!
Or Booster Gold.
How didn't I realize that?
Of course I put Booster Gold in here.
Well, that's because no one else cares about Booster Gold.
Okay.
That explains
all right.
that explains
How dare
the
you say
janky
something-
ass leg.
How dare you say something so completely true?
What's this then?
A man completely supported by his friendship with Blue Beetle.
And friendship is what it's about. Man,
It's the aim
I
of the game.
love Booster so very much. I just moved to my new place. I haven't been able to set up my Booster Gold shrine yet, but I'm excited when I do. No,
Shrine.
you think I'm joking? I have Booster Gold #1. I've got Blue Beetle
Okay.
#1, the Ted cord. I've got a
Okay.
Booster Gold Blue Beetle bow tie. I've got a Booster Gold Hero Click. I have a Legion Flight Ring on my desk, but I have another Legion Flight Ring that's in there. I have his Hero Click card. I have a Booster Gold Thomas the Tank Engine train.
What?
Yes, they made a bunch of DC Thomas trains. So I have Booster Gold, Batman Beyond, Superman, and I gave Wonder Woman to my aunt who loves Wonder Woman. And I also have a Booster Gold New 52 statue that DC sent me. So I have a little shrine to him. There have been rumors that there is going to be a movie, a blue and gold movie.
Forever.
Yeah, that's been going around for years now.
Mhm.
I don't think it could work, honestly. I don't think enough people in Hollywood would appreciate what makes Booster so different. I think they would try to Deadpool him a little too much.
Yeah.
But I feel like Chris Pine could really do a good job portraying him.
I could see it. Yeah.
I would also like to apologize because apparently my fucking neighbors decided that, hey, it's construction day.
I can't hear it.
Okay, good. All right. Well, I like Booster Gold, and if they make the movie, I want to be in.
When are we going to get to a character that I like?
Probably never. I tried to put variety on
You
here.
got any Hellboy in here?
We'll have to wait and see. All right, who is that Pokemon?
Those fingers.
Hellcat.
Looks like the Xenomorph. You know how they do the weird like play finger thing.
Hmm.
Make that actor shove their hand into something that doesn't fit.
Yes. It's either Hellcat or Black Cat.
I'm gonna go with Black Cat.
Yeah, I'm thinking Black Cat.
You were correct. This is Black Cat by Greg Land. You know, quality artist, traces over porn.
I could see it with the way that she has the porn hug mouth going on right now.
He has like 3 poses and he traces his own stuff over and over again. What
I like the one with the guy clutching the old man clutching his chest. You ever seen that one?
Yeah.
And then he did that for Iron Man and just put a bunch of wrinkles in Iron Man's mask.
Yeah.
Man, remember when people were complaining because Black Cat wasn't sexy enough in the PS4 game, and I'm like,
Did they play the PS4 game? Because she was looking good in that.
listen. They wanted that, what you just showed, and they was like, I didn't ask for Anne Hathaway Catwoman. They're like, nobody asked you.
Anne Hathaway Catwoman, say what you will about the character, but
Yes.
the design was solid.
Yes.
Have you guys been reading the spin-off comic from PS4, the Rise of the Black Cat? Or Black Cat's, I forgot exactly what it's called. But I've been reading all of the Spider-Man PS4 comics because they're surprisingly really good.
Awesome.
Velocity
I
was
have not, but we'll be giving away one later today.
At which panel, Matt?
Oh, that would be at Superman: The Quest for a Good Game, starring myself and others.
And others.
And the others, yes, I love it.
How long do we have this panel for? I feel like I have enough conversation pieces, but I'm worried I'm flying through them.
We got 25 more minutes.
25 more
people
minutes.
don't mind waiting.
And we could just, be here and chew the cud.
What?
I'm not even British, and I'm offended for you.
Oh, I'm saying it was British. That's a Texan thing, a very, very never used Texan.
You leave your put out of this.
That's why I thought it was British.
It's been my state mandated 3 hours since I have mentioned that I'm from Texas. So here we are.
Just work in a y'all. It's just working a y'all in a sentence, and you'll be fine.
Have I not worked in a y'all yet?
You've worked in about 3. I've had a y'all counter going on my stream.
Are you serious?
No, but I wish I did.
Okay. No, cud is when cows are chewing grass. That is called cud. Much like how whenever we as humans chew things, whenever it goes down our esophagus, it's called a bolus, is what that chewed up food is.
Sure. Are these on the New Warriors as well?
Chew the cud and bolus.
Yeah, Cud, Bolus, Squarespace, Skillshare. Everyone's favorite ragtag ensemble. Raid the Shadow Legend.
Yes.
B negative. All right. Let's move on from Cat or Black Cat.
Oh, that's my favorite. Look, I got him right here.
All right, see, we got to a character that you liked.
I'm gonna let Matt have this one.
It is good old Charlie Brown, unless you're really messing with me.
It's Kite Man, hell yeah.
I was waiting for it. It's just
Kite Man.
Charles.
I was waiting
Brown.
for it to be Stewie Griffin. He's just pushed his head in.
You turn him to the side, and he turns into Homer Simpson.
This is a comic book convention. Like, we need to respect comics in all shapes and forms, including strips.
I once saw someone say that Peanuts by Charles Schulz was the original show about nothing. Seinfeld became the show about nothing. Peanuts is about nothing. You read a strip and tiny little thing happens, and a small observation happens. You read a lot of them, and you just kind of get pulled into a world of like slight sadness, but also some happiness and a lot of disappointment.
I would argue that Peanuts is actually better than Seinfeld because Peanuts has characters that aren't trash.
True.
Peanuts is a slice of life anime.
I used to think that Seinfeld's like the worst. They're the worst people. Mm-hmm. And then I started watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Exactly.
Like, oh, never mind. Like, I'll go back to those guys.
I mean, being the worst has definitely evolved since the 90s or early 2000s. I forget.
Where does it go? I mean, Always Sunny really, really caps out at the worst.
Yeah, it has, and they keep going at it
somehow,
and they keep proving us wrong.
So Charlie Brown was actually not going to be the original comic strip representation mascot for this panel.
If you say Garfield, I'm leaving.
No, see,
was it going to be Nancy?
I've actually been obsessed with a Hungarian comic strip lately, Jusica. Have you guys been following that on Twitter? It had a huge uptick recently.
Jusica, it doesn't sound familiar.
And I want to work on a video Hungarian. So Jutica is it's a strip that there's no text involved, so it's universally understood for the most part,
Okay.
except for maybe some Hungarian like cultural stuff, but
So what you're saying is it's like Pingu.
a little bit. But the thing is that Jusica has like chaotic sexual energy.
Like
She's-
Pingu.
Okay, I'm pronouncing it wrong apparently. Well, sorry.
Are your comments correcting you?
Yes, but dude, it's interesting stuff because like she is like this ditzy kind of character, but also she uses her sexuality to get things done. So like there's this like this guy's trying to get up a snowy hill in a car, and so he can't do it. So Jutsuka gets out and lifts up her skirt, and then he like picks up the car Flintstone style and walks it up.
I haven't seen that episode of Pingu. I'm sorry.
I have seen that claymation of Pingu meets the Thing. Have you seen that one?
I haven't.
It's a claymation, and it's just like John Carpenter's The Thing, but with Pingu, exploding into gore and viscera and eating people. It's pretty great.
Man.
Well,
So, it reminds me of one of my favorites, Bambi meets Godzilla.
I've seen that one. Just
Damn.
oh, it's Jessica with a yeah. Well, if you get a chance, go on Twitter and take a look at like one of the daily many daily Twitters that have popped up. I am in love.
Man.
It's a phenomenal comic strip.
Man, if all it took was seeing a lady lift up her skirt, I would have lost this 40 pounds by now.
There's more to it than the chaotic sexual. But all right, let's move on to the next one.
And you're looking a little red over there.
I'm okay. I'm just dealing with this.
You told me that 8 out of 10 cats devolves into madness.
Yeah, that's true. We're really on brand right now.
That is Poison Ivy with Penguin's umbrella.
That's Penguin with Poison Ivy's flowers. Oswald's looking good these days.
Right? I need the number. It says plastic surgeon.
Huh. You know, I'm gonna go with Harley Quinn. Split the difference.
Okay. This is actually Death of the Endless.
Yeah, that's not Oswald Cobblepot.
Hey, man!
Guys, I've been trying to read through Sandman. Can I be completely honest right now?
Sure.
I'm like 5 volumes in, and I don't have a lot of like energy to keep going.
Thank you so much. I thought I was the only one, and I was a fake comic fan.
Every so often there'll be an issue. I'm like, this is great.
Mhm.
Like the stuff with Shakespeare. I'm like, this is awesome. The guy that like lives and he visits him every 100 years, and you see like how his life progresses. Awesome. The death issue in the first volume, great.
Mhm.
But some of it I can't quite get into. The last one that I read was where there's like the woman who's been imbued with like the power of the endless, and he needs to like suck the dream power out of her.
Mhm.
That was solid, but I just don't have a lot of like energy to keep going. I really like Gaiman. I've read a lot of his novels. I like Whatever Happened to the Cape Crusader. But yeah, American Gods is awesome. The book, I never bothered with the TV show. Anansi Boys is great. Neverwhere, like a lot of stuff I really like. But I guess I don't. Sandman's just not really talking to me.
I should let you know that. Sorry, I should let you know that the chat are now calling us all fake comic book fans.
I'm sure they are.
They're saying bad things about Sandman.
I don't dislike Sandman. I just
Hey,
don't.
I love Flint Marko. He's great in Spider-Man 3.
Laurent, save us. What were you gonna say?
Matt, what you're feeling about Gaiman Sandman is what I'm afraid of that I'm going to experience when I start reading Dune. Because yesterday I just ordered all 6 books.
Oh my god!
Wow.
We got the time. Quarantine.
Yeah.
Texas, which ends next week.
And it's like I made a video about my most anticipated movies of 2020. Haha, that aged well.
Just change the title and it's still applicable.
Yeah, that's true. And I was like, I know nothing about Dune except that the sandworms in those are better than the sandworms in Beetlejuice, and something about spice and how this is the most spice that white people use in their seasoning since the creation of time. But I know nothing about it, and I was afraid to start reading it because I was like, there's so many authors that have been revealed to be either just like sexist, homophobic, turfs, and it's just like I don't want to accidentally buy a novel from somebody that ends up being like that. So I was just like, is this dude okay? Can I read this book?
You're having to do background checks now.
Yes, exactly. It's like the only with like so far the only white authors I know, or at least specifically white authors that aren't like that are like Rick Riordan, which I read faithfully. I love Rick Riordan stuff. And George R. Martin, and I refuse to read any of A Song of Ice and Fire because I just don't have the time. I don't. Yeah. I don't feel like dedicating half an entire book to the food in one feast.
Oh, see, I don't read the Song of Ice and Fire series because I hear that I'm just going. I have a weird like spiritual connection with food now, and I can't do that. I can't read this a whole chapter of just like how the steam rose off of the duck bun. And
exactly. I'll just watch Food Wars. I
need to get into that actually. I hear the foodgasms are great.
Yes, my friend put me on it a couple of years ago. It's pretty good.
I heard that's actually drawn by a hentai artist.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because
it's taken 46 minutes for Drake to bring up hentai. We set a new record, people.
Listen, when I was a guest at Otakon, and I want to say 2016, they had me do a panel called "The History of Hentai," and I went in depth, and I learned a lot, and I came out a different man.
I went in a boy, and I came out a man.
I came out a scarred boy.
But the most important part is that you came.
Okay,
I just want to remind everyone that this is a charity event that people of all ages can participate in. This is entertainment for the whole family.
So as we say that, here's the...
And then you bring up...
Here's the next one.
Don't forget to donate to Tiltify, people.
Tiltify.com/@HomecomicCon/AHCC2020. We'll use the link in the description. And
yeah, so
why are we like this?
I'm sorry. I've been so lonely and
you can only use that as the excuse for so many times, right?
It's fake excuse for so hey guys, this is Pokemon.
Oh, it's clearly Misty. What are you talking about?
Huh.
I'm excited to talk about this one.
Okay, she has a hip pouch. I can tell that much for sure. And
let's play the 6 Degrees of Rob Liefeld game and try and
exactly. The chain whip is throwing me off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, this is like the most oddly specific one that I have.
Oddly specific. Okay.
I got nothing. I'm sorry.
I don't.
All right, so this is Honey Lemon from Big Hero 6.
Oh, the original Big Hero 6.
But evil.
That doesn't look like a Disney movie.
So I had to read the Big Hero 6 comics for a video that I was doing on about how pre-Disney Big Hero 6 was weird. And so they were a team in the 90s, and they were just okay. And then it got rebooted in the early 2000s after the big anime boom. And so they really wanted to capture stuff like that. So, for example, when they introduced the character of Fred, he had a stand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because he had a dinosaur projected behind him, and there was this enemy called Bad Gal, and she could possess people, and so she possessed Honey Lemon, and that was her big
Interesting.
evil form. Honey Lemon's big thing, if you're familiar with the Big Hero 6 movie, is that she has that bag that she can make like different concoction stuff out of. Well, in the comics, it's the Power Purse can do anything. She can just pull whatever she needs out of it. And it's revealed that not only does it have like a pocket dimension inside of it, but her hand physically goes through a portal somewhere. So she needed this oddly specific gun to defeat something. She reaches in her purse. It cuts to Tony Stark's lab. Her hand's there grabbing the gun and pulls it out. And she doesn't know how it works. Nobody knows how it works. And she can just pull anything out of it.
Okay. That was a reach.
It was,
but okay. But I get it.
I'm going to be real. A lot of these are like, hey, how many of the transparencies have I already done for my thumbnails that I saved? so I can do like
YouTube.com/comic Drake.
Man, you are better than me. As soon as I don't have the space anymore, as soon as I make them, I just like, okay, thumbnails made, delete.
I was like that for a good long time, but Dylan convinced me to because space is super cheap these days for more hard drives. So I have a dedicated hard drive for my project files and everything that I've used. It just I have had to change the same thumbnail a million times. I kept deleting it, and I had to keep making new transparency. So I just save everything. It's easy nothing. Like you can get a terabyte for $90.
That's true. Yeah.
So that's how I do it. Oh, the panel's almost over.
But you know where a better place to put $90 is?
Where is it?
Tiltify.com/@homecomiccon/AHCC2020.
Man, look at us. Look at us.
Well, what are we at?
Yeah, all of us.
I can't see.
Guys, we are doing very well in donations.
Yeah.
We are at
$952.30.
We're almost at $1,000. The first
almost
panel?
at $1,000.
Nice.
Amazing. Thank you all so much. Someone's going to get some awesome Valiant comics.
In just a few minutes, I will be raffling the current entries. So get your donation in now to qualify for this one. And if you don't win it, you'll still be qualified for later ones.
So while Matt starts working on that, should we kind of go through one last silhouette?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
We've got just under 10 minutes, so let's do one more. Let's announce the winner.
Let me find a good one. I don't really have a lot of good ones. Well, you know what?
So you saved the good one till last.
No, I saved the good ones for the beginning, and I was like, "Here's some extra ones." That I'll do a fun one, okay? Because you know me, we've established a theme at this point.
This is going to be Naked Ghost Rider again, isn't it?
No.
Tell that silhouette anyway.
My computer is, and now my computer is freezing.
You're back. You're back.
Yeah. No, my Hangout is. I have the beach ball thing going on. Like I'm not.
It was all that talk of Naked Ghost Rider.
I know.
Yeah,
you know, my computer just got hot and bothered. Well,
the FBI was like, Drake, what the fuck are you doing?
No, unfortunately, I have the little pinwheel, and it's my Hangout video call tab is not responding.
Okay, so you're still on. So should we start to wrap things up then?
I guess so. I mean, I think we can just have a fun chat. You know, I'd rather not. I'd rather not have my window crash and everything.
Okay. Yeah. So let's do the Matt. If you can get working on the giveaway winner, and we can just talk about Matt. We can talk about Drake's collection of weird Marvel pinups.
I still got them out. If you want me to get them,
save them for some of the later streams.
Okay. I mean,
at Home Comic Con After Dark.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's a thing.
AHCC nights.
Yeah.
Into dreams.
Let's see.
Well,
I finally got every single volume of Akira.
Really?
It took me 2 years because it was like I was doing everything in my power to not have to order them online. And then it wasn't until like recently, like 2019, to the point where it's like I was only missing like the last 3 volumes, and I was like, fuck, fine, I'll do it and shit. All right. but I'm really enjoying it so far. It's definitely a lot more dense than the anime movie.
Sorry, I'm just peering over to see how the live chat is faring, and someone's just told us this is a very dirty stream.
Listen, I'm a very lonely man in quarantine.
Look, 3 out of the 4 of us have kept this relatively PG.
That's true.
Listen, I'm a deeply sexual creature, Owen. Look at me. Look at me. Can't you just tell? Wow.
This only works when you have a beard. Once we hit this $10,000 goal,
in the morning,
you go from deeply sexual to crazy frog.
Oh,
Man,
what's going on?
Right, what's this then?
I think I might start trimming like the chops for the next stream.
Every panel, just like one big strand of hair just goes.
I'm gonna do mustache, and then I'm gonna shave that off last because I've never actually had a mustache. And in 2020, that's the thing.
Okay,
I've got the winner.
We ready? We ready? Anyone want to do a drum roll?
I don't want to blow out my mic. Okay, the winner is someone I've interacted with before and I think follows me. The winner is the Grouchy Geek.
Woo!
Says, love you guys, excited for some great panels and donating for a great cause. Grouchy Geek, thank you so much for donating. It's very much appreciated.
Man.
We will be getting the Valiant Classic Collection and the Light to you as soon as possible. We hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think it's a great gift. Thank you to Valiant for giving us the gift to give to you. And so if you did not win this panel, you are still entered into all of the following drawings for the rest of the day.
That's it. There's still plenty of awesome stuff being given away. So you're still in with the chance of coming away with something pretty cool.
And we're supporting a good cause.
Exactly. So I think we should start wrapping things up now. Should we talk about what's next on the event?
Yeah. What is
this?
Strip Panel Naked next?
Yeah. Next up will be at 11:15 will be the live edition of Strip Panel Naked. Haas is hosting that with the creative team behind the Valiant series Quantum and Woody, it's going to be really interesting. If you haven't seen Strip Panel Naked before, it is a great exploration into the art and the logistics behind comics. And Drake, EXE has stopped working. I will now push the boat out to our host and our creator, Matt Draper, to send us off.
Thanks everyone for taking part. Owen, Laron, Drake, wherever you are, thank you for being here.
He's with us in here.
Yeah, always.
Like Jesus.
For the last 3 weeks, Drake has been deeply in here while planning this convention.
I'm here.
There we go.
I'm on my phone. Hello.
It's like Easter.
I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Or
Damn, my camera looks way better on my phone. Yo!
I love this. I love everything about this. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Okay, so 15 minutes time. Everyone go in, wash your hands, take a break, and then at 11:15 Eastern, we will be back with the next panel of the day, which is the live episode of Strip Panel Naked featuring Haas and the creators behind the Valiant series, Quantum and Woody. It's going to be really interesting, and I'm going to be there in the live chat watching it, so hopefully we'll see you all there.
Awesome.
And since I'm the one that's running everything on the back end, let me tell you guys, we're going to be stopping and starting each panel individually. That way we are going, oh God, it's so shaky. That way we're going to be able to archive each stream individually for watching later.
Yeah.
So stay here and
kind of head on over to the channel page, and then the new link should show up.
Yeah, and for anybody that's not watching on the At Home Comic Con Twitch or YouTube, you can go ahead and go to those if you want to watch any more panels in one dedicated place. Otherwise, we will not be satelliting every single stream to their channels. Like if you're on my channel, the Strip Panel Naked is not going to be on mine. It'll be on At Home Comic Con.
Awesome. But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. Thank you all of you guys for making.
Whoa, we got 1,000.
Woo!
Oh, awesome!
That means the mustache goes. Right, it's 10:59, so we should probably say our goodbyes.
All
Thank you,
right.
everyone.
All right.
Laurent, thank you for
Okay.
joining us.
15
Thank you for
minutes,
having me,
split
guys.
panel naked. Thank you, Laurent. Thank you, Drake. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, me. Thank you, all of you.
And Laurent will be on the final official panel. You're going to be on.
Yes, I'll be with Nando V Movies.
I'm there too.
Great. This is gonna be great.
It's
More
listen,
horny.
later in the night, I might be feeling a little.
There you
different.
go. There you
see.
go.
All right.
See you all later, guys.
See ya.